I have an important announcement about a change at my law firm, one that I honestly never expected to make when I left USCIS and started my law practice. But here we are. Now, this is a pretty major change that I believe will help a lot of people to get their immigration cases unstuck. I'm going to explain what that change is and why we're making it. I'm also going to tell you how it can help you or someone you know. I'm Brian Manning, and I used to be an asylum officer with the government. But now, as an immigration lawyer, my law firm helps immigrants all over the country to secure their future in America. All right, to understand why this change matters, you need some context. So when I left the government, USCIS, in January 2020, I made a very deliberate decision. My firm would focus pretty much exclusively on asylum, not general immigration, not a little bit of everything. No, asylum. Look, I've always believed it's better to go deep than to go wide. Now, law firms that try to do immigration law plus, let's say, divorce and criminal defense or other unrelated areas are, I think, doing their clients a disservice. You see, it's impossible to truly master multiple areas of law. But look, even within immigration law, trying to handle everything like family cases, employment-based cases, investment-based cases, and asylum, it's a mistake. You see, these areas are profoundly different, and immigration law is already one of the most complex areas of law that there is. So trying to do it all leads to one thing, just volume over quality. And that's not what I wanted, okay? I wanted my law firm to live and breathe asylum. I wanted every attorney, every staff member immersed in this one area every single day. And that's why my law firm is called Political Asylum Lawyers. Now, aside from a few asylum adjacent matters, we've really stayed extremely focused on asylum, and that's why this announcement matters. And here it is. We're now expanding our mandamus practice to immigration cases beyond asylum. So let me explain what that means. A mandamus lawsuit is a federal court action that forces a government agency to actually do its job. We force it to do something that it's legally obligated to do. And yes, the government is obligated to process your immigration case and to do so within a reasonable time. And you see, when it doesn't do that, well, you can sue. You're asking a federal judge to make USCIS do its job to move your case forward. In immigration, that means compelling USCIS or the State Department to schedule an interview or to make a decision after months or even years of inaction. Now, mandamus is not something that most immigration lawyers do. You see, it involves federal court litigation. It's not just USCIS paperwork or immigration court appearances. It's actually higher stakes, more technical, and far outside the comfort zone of just about every immigration attorney. There's not many firms that do this, but we do. We filed hundreds of mandamus lawsuits, and I'm proud of our record of success. We've lost exactly one, and that case wouldn't meet our standards today. So our success rate is well over 99%. We've got this down. Our clients love it because it works. Okay, so you might be thinking, okay, Brian, but didn't you just spend a bunch of time explaining why specialization matters? Well, yes, and that's exactly why this expansion makes sense. You see, we didn't decide to add a new area of immigration law. We already pretty much mastered mandamus in the asylum context. We built the systems, the strategies, and the workflows. Now, extending that same legal tool to other delayed immigration cases is not a leap into something new. It's a short, logical extension of something that we already do at a very high level. We're not suddenly doing investment-based immigration cases, and we're definitely not becoming one of these general immigration law firms. No, we're applying a single, highly specialized federal court strategy to help more people who are stuck. Now look, it was really two things that pushed me to this decision. First, the sheer power of mandamus. So when we started filing these cases a couple of years ago, I didn't fully appreciate just how effective they could end up being. But over time, as we kept refining our approach, we came to have a pretty well-oiled machine. And my gosh, it works. I started my law firm wanting to help people using the specific skills and experience that I gained inside the system. And mandamus has become one of the most effective tools that I've ever seen for doing exactly that. And honestly, at some point, it felt ridiculous to limit it only to asylum cases when so many others are stuck for no good reason. Okay, second, the current moment had a lot to do with this decision. Over the past several weeks, especially late December 2025 and into January of 2026, it's become clear that we're in a new era of hostility by the government against immigrants. The government is using every tool it can to discourage immigrants from continuing forward. And one of those tools is delay. If they don't decide your case, you just stay in limbo and you get tired, you lose hope, you give up. We're seeing massive delays in green card cases and naturalization cases. People are being denied their right to a timely adjudication, not because they did anything wrong, but because the government is just doing nothing at all. Now, mandamus is a way to push back. It forces the government to move. It gets cases unstuck. It restores momentum. And that's why we're expanding this service, okay? Look, if you've been waiting an unreasonably long time for a green card interview or for a decision after that interview, we can now help. Same for citizenship cases, right? If there's been a delay in scheduling your interview, or if you go 120 days post-interview without a decision, well, we've got your back, okay? We apply the same framework that we perfected in asylum cases to these other immigration case types. And remember, timing matters. In asylum, I've always said that the sooner you get your interview, the better your chances for success. Now, the same is true across immigration. The longer a case drags on, the more risk you carry. And crucially, the sooner you get your approval, the sooner you move toward real stability. It's important to understand this. Permanent residence is more secure than asylum status. Now, citizenship is in turn more secure than being a permanent resident. So to be clear, US citizenship is the strongest protection that you can have against being deported. And that's what you should be pushing for aggressively, US citizenship. In uncertain times, certainty matters, and that's what you get by moving toward citizenship. Now, most people watching this are probably asylum seekers, and you probably already know that we offer mandamus for stalled asylum cases. But you know other people, family members, friends, coworkers, who are in different parts of the immigration process, right, with different case types. Some are waiting on marriage-based green cards, right? Some are waiting on employment-based cases. Some are permanent residents who are just stuck in that naturalization process in those delays. Let them know that we offer this service now, okay? Send them this video. Whether your asylum case is stuck or your green card case is stalled or your citizenship application has gone nowhere for far too long, we are ready to help. If you're tired of waiting and you want to maximize your chances for success, call us. Please schedule a consultation today. Our number is 713-909-0401. And look, we help people all over the country. It doesn't matter where you live. And if you're ready to take the next step and get your immigration case moving again, call us today, okay? I'm Brian Manning, and it's truly an honor to serve you in your immigration journey.